Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another week of Island Rhythmics at Home rhythmic gymnastics class. I hope everyone's doing really well and had a really nice long weekend on Victoria Day. We had the holiday with some gorgeous weather, so hopefully people were able to enjoy some time outside, hopefully. Take advantage of that sunshine. And I hope everyone's doing really well just in general. So I hope you guys are enjoying the classes and still keeping up your gymnastics while we've been on kind of a break from class in person. This week we are going to be focusing on jumps. I think last week we were meant to get to jumps, but then we ran out of time, so I said that we'd do them this week, and we will. Yeah, you won't need too much supplies for that. We'll talk about that a little bit more actually once we start getting more into the jump. But for now, let's do our warm-up and our stretching, and then we'll move into our jumps and a few things after that. Wonderful. So as per usual, make sure that you are in some comfortable clothing, something that you can move in really well. Make sure you've got a good clear space around you. You're not going to hit anything, trip on anything, check the floor. Make sure there's no rugs or breakable items anywhere that you might hit. Hopefully you have a little bit of water on hand as well if you might need. Jumps can get pretty tiring, so if at any point you need to just sit down, have a little break, have a sip of water, by all means, please do so. Family, friends, also welcome to join as always. The more the merrier. So if you have anybody who's wanting to join in, invite them along to do the class with you. Yeah, just be careful of any injuries that you might have as well. If you're not feeling great anywhere, anything hurts in your body, then just take it easy as well. We don't want you to hurt yourself. Cool, so let's get started here. Put down this camera a little bit here. We're going to start by warming up our ankles. So I just want you to be able to see my ankles of what I'm doing here. So I'm standing on flat feet, making sure that all my 5 toes are pressed into the ground. And I'm just going to do some nice ankle circles here. So just warming up, going round and round in circles. Good. We'll do a few more this way. Wonderful. And we'll do some this way as well. All right. Good, good. And then from here, standing with your feet together, I just want you to bend and come up, and bend and come up. 3, 4, we'll do one more, and 5. Good. Now we're going to do a little bit of a calf stretch. So we're going to keep one foot behind us, and then we're going to kind of lunge into our second leg. But notice how both my heels stay on the ground. So that back heel, it's not up. I want you to try and keep it on the ground. So you're going to feel a good stretch in your calf muscle here. You can kind of bounce a little bit into it if you want. Good job just making sure your legs are nice and warm. So we're going to do some hops after this. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. We're going to go on to the other side. So from here, I'm just going to take a step forward, spread my legs out, and bend into that front leg. So I'm lunging into my front one, keeping my back heel on the ground. So not up like so. Push both heels into the ground so you feel a good stretch at the back of your leg. Good job. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, wonderful. We're just going to do a couple ankle raises together, so coming up onto releve. So we're just going to come up onto our tippy toes and back down and up and down. You guys stay forward. I'm going to go sideways so you can see. So we're going up and down, up and down. I think that's 4. We'll do 5 more now, so 10 in total. That's 6. Good. Pushing up nice and high onto your toes. 7. Good. Up again. 8. And 9. Nice. And 10. Lovely. All right, you give those ankles Good, shake out. You kind of go low, low, low. All right, good. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmed up in your ankles and your knees a little bit. We're gonna do some jumps, or just some little hops right now, just to get our ankles and our calves warmed up. So I'm just gonna adjust this a little bit here. Hopefully then you can see all of me. Good. Let's see, how's this? Just about. All right, so what we're gonna do is just some kind of little bunny hops with our ankles together. You can put your hands on your hips. Some people put their hands on their shoulders. Whichever one you prefer. I'm gonna go on my hips, but we're just gonna go teeny tiny little hops together. And I want you to try and point your toes every time you come off the ground. We're gonna do 10 hops. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Let's do another set of 10 of those. I'm going to face to the side so you can see my ankles, how they go. So you keep facing forwards, and we're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. Now we're going to try and hop with our feet turned out to the side, like so. All right. So we're going to do 10 hops in what we call first position. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. Now we're going to try and combine first position, and then we're going to do a couple jumps out to the side like this. So if everybody can come into this position, put your legs apart like so, and squat down. Good. So that's the position we're going to jump in. We're going to practice a few from here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and open. Good. And then hop back together. And open, and hop back together. We'll do one more time. Open, and hop back together. Good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do between first position, and we call that second position when the legs are out like so. We're going to go hop, hop, open, hop, hop, open, hop, hop, open, hop, hop, open. All right? So after 2 straight hops like so, we're going to open up into our second position and then come back. We're going to do that 4 times. Hop up, open, 4 times. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. And hop, hop, open. Hop, hop, open. Hop, hop, open. Hop, hop, open. And come back together. Awesome. How did that feel? Hopefully your ankles are feeling nice and warm. I know my calves are starting to feel a little bit, I can definitely feel them working, so that's good. All right. Now we're going to do a different pattern. We're going to go hop, open, open, close. Open, open, close. Open, open, close. So kind of the same as last time, but we're going to go with 2 in our second position. Ready? So 5, 6, 7, 8. And open, open, close. Open, open, close. 2 more times. Open, open, close. Open, open, close. Good job. Hopefully that was easy enough for you guys to follow along. Let's try one more combination, and then I think we'll be okay by warming up wise. I know I can start to feel my heart rate is up a little bit, my body's feeling warm, my ankles are feeling warm, so that's great. All right, next combination. We're gonna go 2 together, 2 open, 1 together, 1 open. 2 together, 2 open, 1 together, 1 open. All right, so we're switching it up. Just try to follow along as best you can. Ready? So starting with 2 together. Ready? And 1, 2, open, open, close, open, close, open, and finish. I think I might have made a little mistake at the end there, so we might have to try that one again. We're going to go 2 together, 2 open, 1 together, 1 open. 2 together, 2 open, 1 together, one open. All right, let's try that again. Sorry, that's my fault. I might have made a little mistake on that last one. So we'll try again here. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 together, 2 open. 1 and open. Together, 2, open. 2 together and open. Good. I feel like that one was a little bit better. I know that's a little bit tricky, so let's try it one more time together. So if you made a few mistakes on the last one, here's another shot. We'll try it again together. So same pattern as before. 2 together, 2 open, 1 and 1, 2 together, 2 open, 1 and 1, and then finish together. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Together, open, together, open, 2, 2, together, open, and finish. Good. All right, so not only a workout just for your legs, also a workout for your brain as well. Feel free to make up some of your own combinations of jumps. Maybe try a few with your family and friends if you like. Get creative. Do whatever you guys like if you want to take a minute and do that. All right, we're going to do some of our stretching. As per usual, let's start up at the top. I'm going to move this up just a little bit. All right, yeah, my breath is up for sure. So hopefully you guys are doing great. Have a sip of water now if you need one. We're going to start with our necks. So going from one side to the other. Good. Making sure to keep your opposite shoulder down as usual. Good. Well, both shoulders down actually too. Good job. And this time we're going to incorporate a forward flex. So putting your chin down towards your chest. Good, and then looking straight. We're not going to go back because that can irritate your neck. If you like to go back, you can, but just be careful. It's a pretty harsh bend on your neck. So we're just going to go forward again and hold. Good. All right, and then we're just going to do our semicircle. And again, if you like, you can go all the way around to the back, but please do be careful. Try not to crunch your neck. Really try to elongate backwards. Just be careful with that one. We're just going to go from side to side though. Good. Feeling a nice stretch in those back neck muscles. Good. And we're moving on to our shoulders as we usually do. Today, let's try going one up at a time. Good. And we're going to relax. And up and relax. And up and relax. And up and relax. Now both at the same time. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Notice how when I come down, I also kind of open up through my chest. So we go up and I open. Good. Up and open. We'll do 2 more. Up and open and up and open. Good. Now let's do some shoulder circles. So the nice big ones. I always feel a little bit silly when I do this, but it feels nice on my shoulders. Good. Few more. And going the other way, so coming all the way back, squeeze those shoulder blades. When I squeeze behind, you can see that they squeeze behind, and then I have a dome on my back. So squeeze behind, and then come forward. Squeeze, and come forward. Squeeze, you can see a nice big circle that I'm doing with my shoulders. Good, the biggest one you can manage. All right. Let's do our cross body stretch. So bring that arm across, and I think you saw there my shoulder went up right away. Let's try and keep that shoulder down. I'm going to scoop on under and come across. Good. I always imagine that I'm taking a big scoop of ice cream. Yummy. Today is a perfect day for ice cream. If it's nice and warm outside, woo, nice. All right, let's do a big scoop of ice cream to the other side. Maybe you get a different flavor this time. I think I would get chocolate. Love chocolate ice cream. All right, so pulling your arm in towards your body. Good, you should feel a good stretch, making sure to keep that shoulder over there down, not creeping up towards your ear. All right, let's do a few swing in front and behind. Good, and try and cross the arm different on top each time. So I have my right arm on top, and now my left arm on top. So each time is different. Good. All right, let's do our arm circles. So just have a look around you, make sure there's nothing you might hit. We're gonna go 10 arm circles together. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll do our up stretch. Good. Trying not to arch through your back, so keeping your bum squeezed down here, pushing your shoulder back, and keeping that belly button in towards your spine. Good, so squeeze your bum, squeeze your knees. All right, we're gonna go 10 big arm circles forwards together. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Clasp those hands behind your back. If you're comfortable just pulling back like so, that's great. You can maybe try and flip your hands. So when I say flip your hands, you can see right now that my thumbs are pointing towards my bum. If you flip your hands, now my pinky fingers, my thumbs are out here, and these are my pinky fingers facing towards my bum. So you can flip your hands if you like. That's kind of the next step towards moving down towards the floor into this stretch here. So if you're comfortable in this one, go ahead. Come on forwards. Lovely. All right, good. Hopefully your chest feels nice and open. We're gonna bring our body down to the ground here, so hands just flat on the ground. And we're gonna do our helicopter, twisting up. Good, twisting all the way from the bottom of your spine, so down by your bum. Twist on open, try and get your chest up towards the sky. Good, we're gonna go to the other side now. Open nice and wide. Good. All right, now we're gonna do a couple faster ones, back and forth. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. We're gonna stay down here, and hopefully you guys can see my hips, but I'm gonna kind of drop one hip to one side. So maybe you can see better now. You kind of drop one hip down. So dropping to the ground. I kind of imagine like if I was a puppy dog and I had a tail up here, I'd be wagging my tail back and forth. So you can try and wag your puppy dog tail in the air there. Just get your hips warmed up a little bit. Good. All right. Lovely. Okay. We're going to move on to our side body arching. One thing that I want you guys to focus on while we're going to do the one where we make our rainbow up and over to the side. And I want you to notice how I've got a nice arc in my hand all the way down to my itty bitty fingertips. So I'm going to teach you guys, if some of you girls might not know how to hold your hands for this one. So basically what I do is bring all your four fingers together in front of you, and then your thumbs just tuck into the side. So I hold them just sort of at my first finger knuckle. So they just come into the side, and then you stick your finger, your first pointer finger, you just kind of stick it out just a little bit. All right, so my other fingers stay together. All these three down here are together. Just this one is a little bit free, and my thumbs stay in. So one of the most important things is we don't want thumbs sticking out like this. Awesome thumbs up is great, but not when we're doing this exercise. So we're going to keep them tucked in nicely, and that pointer finger comes down just a little bit, and the other ones stay together. All right, so that's something you guys can focus on this time when we do our side body stretch. So from here, we're going to bring our legs open, and we're going to do our big rainbow, paint the sky, come on over, and you can see my fingers over here. I don't have a big open palm. I'm not doing thumbs up. I've got my thumbs tucked in. Good, and my nice gymnastics fingers at the end. Good job. So you should feel a good stretch through your ribs all along this side. All right, and we're gonna go to the other side. So you can even start thinking about your hands from here. I start with my nice gymnastics hands, and then I come up and over And I'm stretching all the way around, and you can see my nice fingers all the way to the end. Good, and I've got a nice arch in my arm as well. So see if you can make yourself as smooth as possible. Good. All right, from here we're gonna go back to the other side. Up and over, I wanna see big, 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 tall, 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 all the way over. Woo, nice, good stretch. All right, and from here, now we're gonna flip ourselves. So you see how my chest is facing forward? Now we're gonna flip and turn our chest to face the ground. Good, so elongating here, I want you to push through that arm and then push your bum the opposite way. Good, so try and touch whatever you can in front of you and whatever you can behind you. Good, and from here we're gonna relax our body down. If you can touch your nose to your shin, awesome. If you can get your hands to your shin just here, rest there if you feel a good stretch, but come on down as far as you can. Good, keeping both knees straight, don't forget. And we're gonna come back up to this long one here. And then in 3, 2, 1, we're gonna switch to the side. So I wanna see everybody's smiling face now. Jeez. Awesome, good, and remember our dancer fingers down at the end here. Wonderful. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So big stretch up, don't forget about your fingers. Start them from the beginning if you like. Good, and then we're gonna flip on over, so flip your chest, face it towards the ground. See how I've got a nice straight line in my body? So I'm not hunched up like so, and I'm not too arched either. I'm just happy medium. Good. And then I'm going to bring my body down towards my leg as far as I can. Good. If you need to rest here, that's fine. I'd rather you have straight knees. So if your knee is starting to bend in this one, come back and just get a good stretch, all right? But go as far as you can with straight knees. Good. And then we're going to come back up to this nice long one. So I'm trying to push this way with my bum and this way with my hand. So nice and long. Good, making sure that I'm not hunched back like so. No turtlebacks. Good, and then we're gonna flip on over, see your smiling faces. Hello. Good, and what's happened to your dancing hand? This one over here. Is it in your gymnastics position? I hope so. Good job, and we'll come out of that one. Good job, all right. So now that you guys know how to do the gymnastics hands, hopefully that's something you can think about throughout your practice as well. So all the time you can have your gymnastics hands. And I'll try and remind you guys as we go through our practice today as well. All right, cool. So we've done our necks, we've done our shoulders, we've done our side body. Time to get onto our hips. Let's take it down to the ground. I'm just going to bring this camera down a little bit. Lovely. All right. So starting with our hips, I think the first thing we should do, since it's such a nice day outside for me right now, we're going to do some butterflies. Nice. I definitely saw some butterflies on a hike I was on the other day. They were so pretty, just flying around. Good. In my class, sometimes we talk about the adventures that we'd go on if we were a butterfly. So you can feel free to either just imagine where you'd go, or if you're doing your class right now with somebody else, you can have a little chit chat and ask them where they might go and tell them where you would go. I don't know where I would go. I think I'd go into the mountains right now. Go into nature where it's nice and quiet, and fly around, land on some pretty flowers. All right, flowers smell really nice, but I don't know what your guys' feet smell like, so I think we should bend down, have a little smell of your feet. Maybe they're stinky, or maybe they smell good. Maybe you just had a bath. I don't know. So bend on down. I can't quite reach my nose to my toes, but you guys go all the way down as far as you can. If you can flatten your belly onto the ground, by all means do that. But we're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Hopefully none of you had too stinky of toes. All right, from here we're gonna bring this leg out nice and straight, and notice how my toe is pointed at the end. I want to see your toes pointed too. This one up here can be flexed because it's going to be flat against our knee. We're going to reach up nice and tall, and then from here, coming with our belly button first, flat back, we're going to stretch down towards our toe. You can reach on your shin. As long as you feel a good stretch, that's fine. Everybody has different levels of flexibility, so just do what's in your, what's your ability today. Good. So keeping that back nice and flat. Notice how I'm not in a turtle shell. Good. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. If we do one side, everybody knows we got to do the other side. So see how I've got this toe pointed? My knee is straight. No tunnels for you to crawl under. Good. This one comes up and we go woo high and all the way down. Good. Trying to keep that nice flat back, so not hunching up. Shoulders down. Good. Trying to flatten your belly button towards your leg. Good job. If you start to notice that your knee is bending, I want you to back off the stretch, make sure it's straight, and then just go as far as you can. If you're touching your shin, that's okay. If you can reach your toes, awesome. Some people might be able to flatten their bodies right against your leg, but I want you to make sure you keep that knee straight. It's the most important thing. Good. All right, we're going to come out of that one. From here, we're going to go legs together, straight out in front. Good. And do I have flex toes or do I have point toes? I think you girls know the answer. Pointed toes it is. Good. And I see nice straight knees, so no tunnels to crawl under here. We're going to come up nice and tall, and we're going to fold our body forward. Good. Just coming until you feel a good stretch in the back of your legs here. Good. So for me, this is about where I'm at before my knees would start to bend. So I'm going to hold it here. Good. Making sure those knees are straight, 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 straight. Good job. And pointed toes too. Nice. Good. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Good. So that's the back of our legs here. Let's do our toes while we're seated down here. So some girls might like to go over both toes at the same time. I prefer to do one at a time. So I'm just coming over the toe like so. So I'll show you from, let's turn this way, I'll show you from the side. So I've got my toe curled over, so I'm in that pointed position. And notice how I'm not over here on my teeny tiny baby toes. That's not fair. We need to spread the weight evenly and onto the big toe as well. Good. So pushing into that pointed position. I'll show you from the front, making sure that the ankle is straight and not to the side like so. So keeping it straight. Lovely, good. Come on to the other side. This one can be quite challenging, so if you're finding it hard, just back off a little bit if you need to, but really trying to push your the knuckles of your toe down to the ground. Good. Notice I have a straight ankle, so I'm not over to the side. Bring it back straight so it's over the big toe. The weight is over the big toe. Good. All right. Nice. From here, I'm just going to take a minute, and I'm going to push down on my ankles. So I'm really pushing this part of my foot down towards the ground so that I'm nice and smooth from my leg right into my foot. Good. Then we'll go on the other side, push down, watch that your knees don't bend. Good. All right, now my favorite of all is the point and flex. So from here, we're gonna go straight knees. I want you to straighten them so much that maybe your heels come off the ground. Good, ankles are gonna be together, toes are pointed, knees are straight, pulling up as we sit here, and now is a good chance to practice your gymnastics hand. So if you need a second, think about it. Our 3 fingers are together, our pointer fingers are a little bit out, I know it's hard to see, and then our thumbs tuck in as well. So now's a chance for you to hold those nice gymnastics fingers. Ready? We're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, flex, and point. Flex and point, flex, point, flex, and point. Let's do another set. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and point. Let's check in with our gymnastics hands. Don't forget about them. Ready? Now we're going to switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our big ankle circle. So open, point, close them, flex, open, point, close, flex, open, point, close, flex, open, point, close. Opposite way, but check in with your fingers. Make sure you have your nice, pretty fingers. Open, flex, point, open, flex, and up, point, open, flex, and up. Good. Now we're going to do, as usual, focus just on the toe part. So I like to hold my feet down, and I'm just going to flex my toes, point my toes, flex, and point, flex, point, flex, point, and then I'm going to bring my foot up, and I'm going to curl, scrunch out my toes, and flex, scrunch them up, flex, scrunch, flex, and flex. Good. Now I'm going to combine the two motions. So sitting up nice and tall again, we're going to combine the foot and the toe part together. So we're going to start with a flex foot. Then we're going to point the toes, point the foot, flex the toes, flex the foot, point the toes, point the foot, flex the toes, flex the foot, point, flex, and flex. Last one, point, and flex, and flex. Nice, good job. Give your legs a nice little shake out, maybe a little massage. Good, good, good. All right, from here, let's get into our hips a little bit, more than we already have. So I want you to bring your legs into a nice open straddle position. Good. So sitting nice and tall, we're going to do our side body stretches from here. So coming up and over, don't forget your gymnastics fingers. Now is another chance to practice. Good. And notice that I'm keeping both sit bones on the ground. So both sides of my bum are touching. I've got straight knees. Good. And I've got pointed toes. Nice. Good. And from here, same as we usually do, we're going to come with our body all the way flat on the ground. Good, 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 good. To the other side. Lovely. And again, those gymnastics fingers, you can see mine are happening here. Hopefully you've got yours. Good. If you find it hard to do both arms, you can rest your bottom arm on the ground, but I do want to see nice fingers on the top arm. Knees and toes, and we're going to come around to the front. Good job. Back to this one. Again, if you like to go both arms under, that's fine. You can leave your one to rest here too. Check in again. Are your knees straight? Are your toes pointed? Both bum cheeks on the ground. And we're going to go one more time over this way. Good. Holding, holding. Good. Knees, toes. And those fingers. Nice. All right. We can come out of that one. Good. From here, we're going to focus on doing our straddle position. So that entails opening your legs a little bit wider if you can, and then bringing your body forward. And what we're going to do here to make sure we hold long enough, we're going to sing the alphabet. If you don't want to sing the alphabet, the same tune as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So if you like to sing that one instead, you can, but I'm going to do the alphabet. Ready? So coming into your split as far as you can, try not to come out until the song is over. Ready? All right, everyone knows their ABCs. So we're going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Good. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Won't you come and sing with me? Awesome, good job. You can give yourself a good pat on the back. Hopefully you're able to stay that whole time. Really good work, girls. We're gonna close up our legs for now. We're gonna work on our splits. So coming up onto our hands and knees. Sorry, not hands and knees, just our knees. We don't need our hands for this one. As usual, we're gonna come with leg out in front. Some girls like to do this one. If you want to sit back on your leg, that's fine too, whichever one you like. I'm going to do this one today. So sitting back, I'm going to reach up and I'm going to bring my body forward as best I can towards my leg. So noticing that my knee, so you can see that my knee is straight, not bent up like so. So straight knee, body down. Good. Back toe pointed as well. So the one that I'm sitting on back here is also pointed, as is my front. Good job. All right. We're going to come back up onto our knee. So my weight is in this leg here. I'm going to come forward. Good. So noticing in my lunge position here that I'm not too far forward on my leg and I'm not too far back either. So I've got a perfect 90 degrees to the floor. Good. I'm going to start with my body forward, noticing that my back toe is pointed back here. Good. My knee is straight as well. Good. And from here, we're going to come up and we're going to hold with our hands on our knees. So this takes a little bit of balance. Try and find your center line. So bring your alignment towards your belly button. Good, holding, and then from here, we're gonna all reach up together as well and really relax into the back hip. So holding up, hold your balance. Good. If there's some girls that find this easy, you can also push up as well. So straightening that back leg. So notice how my back knee came off the ground. This one takes much more balance. So if you find the one with the knee on the ground easy, feel free to push up as well. But this is the nice one just to relax into that hip and get a good stretch. Good. From here, we're going to set up into our splits. Sorry, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. When we first started stretching our splits, we did it with 2 books or 2 pillows, anything to kind of raise the floor towards you. So I just see a book here. I had a book about this thick. And I had 2 of them, and I had one book here, and I had another book on the other side. So my hands were up, and I was able to hold myself, hold my body up in the splits. So if you need to take a minute and find your books, find your pillows, if you find that helpful, please just pause the video and do that. But from here, we're going to check that our hips are straight, both headlights facing forwards, knees are straight. We're going to slide into our splits, trying to keep our body up. I really want you to focus on keeping the body up because we're working on jumps today. And we don't split jump through the air like this, do we? Right? Our bodies need to stay up. So this is the perfect opportunity to work on keeping that body up. Again, like I said, if you want to have your hand rest to help you keep your body up, if you're not quite touching, please do so. Good. Trying to hold those splits. Really relax into the back hip. We're going to hold for another 10 seconds. You guys can do it. Try not to move. You can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Come on out of the splits. Good job. And we're going to do our stretches through the other side. Good. So ready, coming up onto our leg out in front. Notice I've got my straight knee here. I'm going to come back, and you see this toe behind me? It's not flexed. It's pointed. Nice. Bringing that body forward as far as you can. Don't forget about the back toe. Wonderful. When we do splits on this leg, I'm going to show some variations. If you're touching on splits and you're finding it fairly easy, you know, you've really mastered your splits, One option is to start working on over splits. So find something, maybe it's just a pillow, maybe a book or two, something that's just a couple inches off the ground that you can put your front leg on, and you can work on getting into over splits. So raising your front leg off the ground to increase that split position. That's something you can work on. And then while we're in the splits, I'm going to show some variations of things that you can do to help improve just different body positions within splits. You'll see when we get there. All right, that's enough of that one. Let's come up into our second position stretch here. Notice I've got a nice 90-degree angle. Good, so we're going to start with our body down a little bit. Just kind of feel around in your hip. Nice. Get a little bit of stretch going. If you like to bounce, you can bounce a little bit. Good. And from here, we're going to bring the body up and hands onto our knee. Oh, goodness, lost my balance. So, need to know, good balance. So bring everything towards your middle. Good. I find it helpful to think about squeezing my belly muscles. So I tighten my abdominals, and that kind of helps my balance a little bit. Good. Now we're all going to go arms up together. Good. And notice how they're up by my ears. Nice. Good. And really push into that back hip. Again, if you like, you can straighten into that back leg. That requires quite a bit of balance, so be careful. Good. All right. And from here, ready to head into splits. I'm going to set up with good posture first. So my hips facing forward. I'm not open like so. I'm here. My back toe is pointed. Awesome. My front knee is straight. My back knee is going to straighten out. And my hips are going to stay facing forward. Good. So notice how I didn't turn my shoulders. I keep my shoulders nice and squared off to the front. So one thing that can help with that is placing your opposite hand. So I've got my left leg forward. I'm going to bring my right hand over the front, and that's going to help bring my shoulders square. Good. If you also like to get a little bit more, you can bring that back hand behind. So you can see how my shoulders have almost come over square, right? So this is really going to help you square up your shoulders. Good. So holding there. All right. And I mentioned some moves that if you're really comfortable in your splits, you can start bringing the body forward. So reaching forward with the opposite arm, and then you can reach up and arch as well. And come forward again and arch. Good. And you can do arch all the way back. My back is not as flexible as it used to be, so that's not within my abilities right now. But for you girls who are flexible, arch on back as far as you can. Good. Trying to keep your shoulders square. So if you notice that you're arching to the side like so, come back to that square position and go back. Good. So hopefully you guys have been in splits this whole time while I've been demonstrating. If you have, great, come on out. If you did come out, make sure you go back and hold those splits for at least 30 seconds is how long we need to be holding our splits. Good. All right. That takes care of splits. Lovely. Let's do our backs quickly, and then we'll start onto our jumps. So as usual, we'll start with our wrists. Wrist flexibility is important for things like cartwheels, handstands, walkovers, anything where we're kind of on our hands. We need to make sure we've got good wrist mobility. So coming back and forth. Good. Keeping the whole hand on the ground. So palm flat. Good. Let's do a few side to side. Awesome job. All right. Good. And now the trickiest of them all, make sure you turn your hands towards the pinky side. So turning them out. So not in this way, we're turning out. Good. Fingers facing towards your knees and coming forward. And then as you come back, making sure to keep the full hand on the ground. Good job. This always feels like quite a good stretch for me. I don't know about you guys. So I'm just gentle as I'm rocking back, not too hard. Good. All right. And probably my next favorite thing to do after scooping our ice cream and our shoulder stretch is the roller coaster. Awesome. Good. If you want to start your roller coaster slow and get faster, you can do that too. How about we do that on the next one? So we're going to go the opposite way, but let's go slow first. Maybe you're heading up one of those big, big hills, and you know that it's going to get faster as it goes down. And it gets faster and faster and faster and faster. Woo! Good one. All right. Let's do a couple wrist circles. All right. And the opposite way. Good. This one feels a bit weird, actually. I don't think I've ever done inward wrist circles. So let's make sure we do both ways. So this is facing, I'm going towards my pinky, so facing outwards. So for those of you girls who know, I'm going, clockwise on this one, counterclockwise on the other. And then we're going to go the opposite way. Feels a bit strange. But these ones, when exercises feel a bit strange, I always think these are good for your brain too. So you got to think about what you're doing. All right. Cool. Let's do our arches from here. Cool. I'll go this way. So coming onto our hands and knees. Actually, that's what I'm forgetting. I knew there was something. Happy kitties and angry kitties. I think I forgot this last week too. My goodness. How could I? All right. Let's do angry kitty first this time. So pushing your back up towards the sky. Good. And then we're going to sink that belly down, 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 and look up. Good. So in this one, instead of kind of scrunching your back, so kind of jamming it down, I want you to think about pushing away as well. So elongating through your spine as you look up. Good. And then from here, we're going to go into our angry kitty again. Really trying to create lots of space in your back, open up both ways. So let's do our happy kitty again first, and I'll explain what I mean by both ways on the next one. So elongating, so I'm kind of pushing my chest forward and then pushing my bum back a little bit as I kind of scoop up. Good. And now when I push into my angry kitty, we push our bum away this way and our head this way, but I also want you to think about expanding your back to the sides as well. It's kind of hard to see, but this way, instead of just pushing up, I want you to push open as well. So side to side. Think about getting your back just kind of as big as possible in all directions. Good. We'll do one more of each. So really that nice long U. Good, so no squishing through your back. Good. And then from here into our angry kitties, I'm pushing my tailbone this way, my head this way, and then everything open as well. So really creating lots of space in that back. Good. All right, let's go into our first arch position. As all of my girls know, and if you guys have been following this class, you'll probably know now as well. We do our first one with legs straight and together at the back. So glue those feet together, glue your knees together, squeeze your bum. Awesome. And open up through that chest. Good. If you like to look back here as well, go for it. Nice. Holding, holding, holding. Trying to push as much as you can. Good. And then we come into either our child's pose. So that's this one here. If you like that one, do that. The other option is to do some rock and rolls, preferably like 3 to 5. So hug your knees, come and rock back. I'll show you this way a little bit. There we go. Turn. Nice. So you're doing some rock and rolls, like so, about 3 to 5. All right. Next arch we're going to do is straight legs with legs apart this time. So you can see behind me here, my legs are apart now, my knees are still straight, and I'm coming into that arch position. Ideally, you're pushing all the way back, and you're very, very arched as much as you can. My back has not been feeling the best recently, so I'm just going to stay here today. Maybe you guys are a little bit sore, so just do what feels good for you today. So I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit. Lovely. Hopefully you girls, if you like to look back, great. You can look for your toes, or maybe look for someone who's behind you, something that's behind you. See what you can see back there. All right, we're going to hold for 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Come on into either your child's pose. Notice how my feet stay pointed as I come into my child's pose, so I'm not up on my toes like this. Keep those toes pointed. Good. Child's pose, or 3 to 5 rock and rolls, whichever you like. Good, all right. Next one we're gonna do is donuts. My goodness, we've had ice cream today, we've had donuts today. It is a day of treats. Yummy. All right, so into our donut position. That means legs apart, knees are bent this time, trying to touch your head towards your feet. So this one's gonna be on you guys. Really trying to push up. Use those strong arms to push you back. Head is going towards your feet. See if you can smell those stinky feet again. Good, coming into that donut position. So your feet touching your head if you can. If you like, if it's within your abilities, you can also try and grab your feet too. So one at a time, try and grab either foot. Take a minute to kind of balance yourself. Wiggle your way down. If you're super flexible, you might be able to walk your hands down, wiggle your fingers, get them down your leg, more towards your shin or your knee, and pull yourself into that arch position. Good. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Great job. Let's give our back some love in the opposite direction. So I like child's pose. The other option you could do again is your rock and roll. So coming back like so, hug your knees. 2, 3, good job. All right, now the next thing we're gonna do is our bridges. Again, unfortunately, I'll demonstrate one actually for you guys. Most girls, if you've been following along, hopefully you know how to do these by now. So I'll do one, and then I'm gonna let you guys take it from there. So making sure when we start, we set up nice and strong, so you can see that I've got my strong feet planted on the ground. They're firm, they're solid. My hands are coming beside my ears, and I'm gonna use my strong legs and strong arms to push myself up. Good. Nice. And I'm holding, and then everybody should know this rule by now. Looking towards your belly button before you lower yourself down. So you're not landing on top of your head, you're landing on your back. Good. So that's our bridge. I'd like you guys to take the next few minutes and just do at least 5 bridges, holding for 5 seconds each time. So you're gonna push up, count to 5 Mississippi, look at your belly button, and then come down. It's your choice on what you do for the variation of bridge. It could be just a regular bridge if that's where you're at in your abilities. You could start to do the elbow bridge, so that's the one where you come down onto your elbows. If you'd like a demonstration of that, you can head to our video last week. I believe I did that in our video last week, probably towards like the 50-minute mark, around there maybe. Our shoulder bridge, so that's the one where you straighten your knees and then push into your shoulders. You can do a squishy bridge, which is the one where you bend your knees, try and sit and try and imagine like sitting on your head. And there's a few other variations. You can try doing a one-legged bridge, so lifting your leg up, standing on one leg. Lots of different variations that you can do. Head to the video, again, like I said, from last week, if you want some tips on those ones. Yeah, my back's not feeling too great, so yeah, you guys can take the next few minutes to work on your bridges. You could work on your walking down the wall into your bridge. you could also do, if it's within your ability, just from standing down to bridge as well. So that would be like so, just standing and then arching back, coming into bridge. But that's as long as you know you're able to do that. Cool, wonderful. So let's get into our jumps. Hopefully everyone's feeling nice and warm and stretched up. If you need a few more minutes to do anything, please take that time to do so. All right, so for the first thing that I want us to do, we're going to talk about the chassé position. So coming here on the ground, I want you to have a seat on your bum, and then you can see my legs are straight out in front of me right now. I want you to turn your feet out. So instead of having them together like so, I want you to turn them out. Good, keeping those knees straight. And then I want you to place one foot, ideally your dominant leg. So I'm right-legged, so my right leg is coming on top, and I'm going to sit it there like that. Good. So this is our chassé position. So this is how your legs should look in the air of your chassé. Good. So let's try that again. So from here, we have our feet together, we turn them out, and then we bring one on top. So we kind of cross our legs almost. Good, so that's the position we're going to aim to hit in the air. Now what I'd like you guys to do is have a lie on your back. Make sure my feet are still exposed here. So I'm lying down, you can lie your head all the way back if you like. I want you to come into that same chassé position, and from here, I want you to squeeze your bum. So I don't know if you can see that from here. I'm going to go tight, squeeze my bum. Good, and then lie down, close your eyes, feel what your legs feel like, and this is the actual position you will be in the air with your bum squeezed, your knees are tight, your toes are pointed, your feet are touching. Notice how they're not apart. They're actually touching and they're turned out. That's how you're going to feel in the air. So you can even put your arms to the side if you like, and imagine that you're flying through the air in this position. Good. All right. So now that we know what the chassé position is like, we are going to attempt some of those in the air. All right. So that means we need to talk about our chassé step. How we do it is off of one leg, obviously. So we're not jumping from 2 feet, we're going to jump from 1. I think some of the girls, most of you girls hopefully will be familiar with chassés. We've done them before in class. I'm at a bit of a lack of space, but we'll do our best to show. So from here, I'm standing with my feet. Actually, let's go the other way so you can see better. So from here, I'm going to stick one leg out in front, my right leg. I'm going to land onto my right, click my feet, and jump onto my left. Good, so you see how I land on my left leg. So from here, I go right, and then I click in the air and land on the left. All right, let's try again. So from here, right comes out. I take off of my right, click in the air, and land on my left. Good. So this one's a bit tricky. If you're having troubles, we like to do chassé. We say chassé step, or chassé step. So from here, we're going to go chassé step, here, and then we would jump. All right, we'll try again. From here, we're going to go chassé, step, and then we would take off and jump on that leg. All right, so from here, starting with one leg out in front, we go chassé, step, and jump, like so. I'm not doing a full jump, obviously, because I have no space in my house. If you have a long hallway, that's a great place to practice your chassés. You can go chassé, over and over and over, all the way down the hallway. Outside is also a great space to do that. We've got lots of room, no problems, all right? So from here, one leg out, we're gonna go chassé, step, and our jump. Good. Notice how my legs in the air are coming into that position that we talked about, when we were lying on the ground. So from here, I come up, my bum's squeezed, my legs are tight, step, and jump. Good. So that's our chassé position. A lot of the girls will know puddle jumps. So that's the one where you go chassé, step, step. You open your legs into split position. So you're jumping through the air in this position, so open legs. So that'll be our puddle jump. You can practice some of your puddle jumps. Another one you can do is the stag jump. If you've done this one before, that's with a bent front knee. So I'll just show that position as well. So you would go chassé, step, step, and then you go stag jump. So notice how my front leg comes up like so, back leg is straight. That's another variation as well. So you can practice both of those types of jumps. Really important though to get that chassé, step, step down. It's what we do before every single jump in gymnastics. So really important to get that one. The next thing, I would encourage you to just pause this video now and take a minute to go and do a bunch of chassé, step, step, or just chassé, chassé, chassé. I don't think I showed that one, so that would look like chassé, 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 again and again. You can go back the other way as well. So chassé, 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 back and forth, really making sure you're coming into that tight position. So take a second now, go do some puddle jumps, some stag jumps. If there's more advanced girls watching, you can work on your double stag position as well. Any other kind of jump variations that you like. The next thing we're going to work on, the other way that we do jumps in gymnastics is from assemblée, which is a ballet term. What it looks like is this. So sorry, my body's cut off, but from here we put one leg out, we go assemblée, and then we do a jump of some sort. So show that again from here. Then we jump 2 feet together and a jump. A way that is good to learn. I have 2 different colored tea towels here. So you can go and ask your parent for 2 different colored tea towels or face cloths. If you have hardwood floor, please don't use these, you'll slip on them. If you have carpet, that works great. I'm gonna put them on my yoga mat, which isn't slippery at all, so I know that I'm not gonna slip. If you do have hardwood floors or I have cement floors, you could use 2 pieces of tape, and you can put those in the same places that we're gonna put our tea towels now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 1 tea towel in front of me and 1 in front of that. So I have my purple one here and my black stripy one here. So I'm gonna stand on my purple tea towel. I'm gonna put 1 leg out in front, and then I'm gonna jump off of this leg and then both feet onto my next tea towel. So from here, I have to go both feet together onto my tea towel like so. And see how I've got bent knees? So I'm catching my weight in that one. Let's try that again. So from here, I'm stepping on my purple tea towel. I stick 1 leg out in front, and then I'm gonna hop both feet. So I go jump together onto this one. Kind of like playing hopscotch sometimes, if you know the game of hopscotch. Let's do it one more time together. We're gonna practice our land from here, 1 leg out, and jump onto the next one like so. Good. So that's the beginning of our assemblée. Now we're gonna do that and we're gonna add a hop to it. So from here, I'm standing, I'm gonna back this one up. I'm standing on my purple tea towel, good. I stick 1 leg out. I'm gonna come together and I'm gonna jump, good. So it's like as if it's a little springboard or a little trampoline. So from here, standing on my purple one, 1 leg out, come together and hop, good. Notice how I'm bending into my knees and I finish. From here, good, leg out, and then we hop, and we should actually, be finishing on tippy toes. I know you can't see my arms, but I've got my nice gymnastics fingers out to the side. Good, so that's something you can do in your finishes, all right? Let's see if I can put this video up a little bit and I'll move this so hopefully you can see. Good, so you can see I've got my purple tea towel and my other one. So I'm standing on my purple tea towel, I come out to the side, 1 leg out, I go hop, jump and my gymnastics fingers, and I finish on toes. Good. So in that second hop position, we're just doing a straight jump for now, but you can start to add different positions to this. So some girls might know jump 360. That's where you do a full spin in the air, or you can do half spin in the air. Some girls do tuck jump. Some girls do stag jump as well, is a very common one. So I'll show a few. So from here, standing on my purple towel. Good. My hands are nice. Bum squeezed, legs tight, toes pointed. From here, I come together, I hop, and I turn. That's jump 180. So I do half turn. You could try full turn as well. So leg coming out in front. I go together. Oh, sorry, I did another 180 turn. Let's do 360 this time. So full spin. So standing on one toe here, and I go full spin, and my finish. Good. We could also do stag jump. So front knee bent. So from here, good. Come together, stag, and finish. Good. I'll show that one again if you'd like to watch. Good. Leg comes out, hop together. Good. Notice how I come together and I finish on my tippy toes with my nice gymnastics finish. Good. All right, so lots of variations of jumps you guys can try there. Take lots of time to work on these. Jumps are really important in gymnastics. So if you have any cool positions that you make up in the air, always we love to see those. So send a video over if you like, or just a picture if you can catch it in the air. Good. Also be careful with your ankles. If you are outside, just be mindful of like rocks or stones, potholes, or like holes in the ground that you could trip on, or uneven ground. It's really easy to twist an ankle, so just be careful with those ones. Yeah, wonderful. So that's what I have for you guys today. If you like, you can take some time to do some silly dance like we usually do, or have done in the past. Put on some music, have a little dance around. Feel free to use your ball and apparatus, whatever you guys want to get up to. Thanks so much for watching, and if you have any questions, comments, just let us know. The email is in the description below. But I hope everyone enjoyed the class, and have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later.